Right, guys, welcome back to another In the Rough podcast. I think we're up to number 17 now. Don't know how we got this far, but we're here. So keep going. And it's quite an interesting week this week. Obviously, no major plays, but a lot of major talking points around some legislation changes, things being brought into the game. And one of the probably biggest talking points this week has been the 40 million kind of player impact program they've brought in, which kind of rewards the players that are most active in terms of kind of social media, fan engagement, and all of that. So the rich are going to get richer.
No, you just don't need to be good. You just need to be good on TikTok.
Like Ricky Fowler and Bubba Watson.
Yeah,
I mean, surely that means anytime Tiger still earns the most on tour because he has like the most social media following.
And Rory's got like the second. And he doesn't have
4 times as many as Rory, who's got the second.
Yeah. So so basically, is this been started up by Tiger just to keep paying himself forever?
I need a new car this week, so I'm gonna just post one picture and see what I get out of it.
Strangely, at the same time, he signed up with EA to release another tour game as well.
Oh really?
He's running out of money because he's not winning tournaments anymore. That's why.
He's not running out
of
money.
He never really needed to win tours to win money, but like, it's just a bit. I don't know what to make of it. I think it's good that I guess if you become popular for a week or 2 weeks, you get a bit of money out of it. So if you do well,
surely, I know they're doing it to like promote the game overall on social media to get wider reach, but surely people are just not going to be focusing on playing good golf. Then they're just going to be like, well. It depends how much
I don't think these players are running their accounts themselves, to be honest. I think I'd be surprised, if they don't have their own social media teams, they don't have, marketing teams around them that are running their social media accounts. So, if anything, if you're one of these top players, you go and pay, an intern or a grad $20,000 a year to run your social media account and just comment on everything and be funny. So, and win yourself, a massive chunk of money.
Still got video stuff though, but Watson, you still got to go and buy the video stuff,
Well, no,
really?
I don't know how they're going to do it.
I think it would have been better spent rewarding players that actually did fan engagement outside of social media, actually going to events, attending junior events, promoting the game, because social media it's only benefiting the people that are already on social media, so no one's actually going to change.
Yeah, but I think it's an effort to get people, because social media is where all the young people go and you can get a wider reach for golf. So they're trying to just make that,
It's just them trying to net more followers as a whole in the hopes that people will pay for PGA TV or people will watch it or go off and take it. I don't know how much it'll work or if it's just going to create a big, larger echo chamber.
Yeah. Surely what are the restrictions around it? Because surely if, like Rory, for example, let's say he releases a shampoo and just spends all his time promoting his shampoo on social media, but then he's technically the most engaged on social media, does he then get all the money? Surely he has to promote...
You went to shampoo. Of all the things he would promote, you've gone to shampoo.
Let's promote worse. So a shampoo isn't the worst thing in the world, consider all things. But the point is, does it have to be golf-related activities that they're doing on social media? Or can it be, one of them appears on like Dancing on Ice or something?
Yeah, it's tricky because I guess if then they're getting more exposure and of like a secondary thing of that is promoting golf, then is it doing the job? I guess that would be the
I think their whole thing is what they're saying is that it's like that people who aren't making money like a Rory or stuff can then become popular on that and make money.
They're not going to have any chance like Rory.
They've got no following if they aren't making money. So
So it's from a popularity in Google search and social media engagement among metrics that are being used to determine a player's impact score. So Tiger's really helped himself by having a car accident and then coming back.
Yeah, so that would be the argument. What if a player
and then
got the worst round in history, but off the back of that,
they'd all be searched. Yeah, the pool of 40 million is only distributed to 10 players. So the top one gained $8 million.
That seems a bit.
So the person who's the most socially engaged gets the same as the winner of the FedEx Cup, pretty much. So why would you bother playing? I'd just be like, well, I'm just going to go all out to cover. Yeah, I'm just going to cover full.
Okay, that seems excuse. So that completely throws out my point of, you know what I said of, you have one or two good weeks and you get a bit of a bump in the social media or whatever, and you go off of that. This just takes that to another level, doesn't it? You have to be
one metric this is quite interesting. This article I've just read is another metric set up to use is the MVP index rating, which was founded by Sean Spieth, the father of Jordan Spieth. Interesting, and it's apparently in direct competition with the Premier Golf League, which last year announced its plans to launch in January 2022 with a prize pool of $240 million.
So it's them trying to butt out any competition and maintain a monopoly.
Basically, by the sounds of things, yeah. And basically make the 10 best players in the world a few $1 million richer, so they don't leave for another league.
Last week we talked about a super league in golf?
Yeah, that's what we said at the end. That's what I said. I told you. It's just to stop the top players leaving, because then they still get an extra $6 million if they don't win 3 tournaments in a year.
So Rory basically is still rolling in it, and so he doesn't have to feel like he has to go play against someone else just to get his money up.
Yeah. So the top 5 in 2019, for example, would have been Tiger Woods, Rory, Brooks Koepka, Phil Mickelson, and then Ricky Fowler. And then Jordan Spieth, Dustin Johnson, Justin Thomas, Justin Rose, and Adam Scott.
Right.
Would have been the top 10 who would have received payouts.
So it's basically just a super league in golf, then, isn't it?
Yeah. It's just to reward the.
It's what UEFA should have done. They should have created it anyway before they got to the point. But that's heading off golf and talk about football, which I'll happily do. But
are you sure with Liverpool not going to be in the Champions League next year?
I need it.
I did like what Justin Thomas said. To be fair, when he was
could have done with that ESL, couldn't you?
I was more than happy with it. It's like Arsenal. Why the hell are they included? Yeah.
They've historically won more Premier Leagues than you, so I mean,
what have they won in Europe though for the last 10 years?
We're moving on.
Leicester have been in the Champions League more recently than Arsenal.
Right, be quiet, Liverpool. Also in the news this week, because obviously there's, to most people's reliefs, lots of pictures back now of Tiger. Obviously, posted a picture of him back on crutches, and there's also.
I wonder why.
But also,
why is he posting pictures all of a sudden, Seb?
but he was also at Little Tiger's golf tournament, wasn't he? So
Little Tiger. Should he just be called the
Little
Cub?
Cat because he's the big cat? Isn't
no,
that what it?
Just be the Cub.
I was going to go kitten. Yeah.
The kitten who'd beat all of us at golf. Yeah.
Yeah. But he's back out and about, which is always a good sign. But
is it me, or it didn't seem like as I was expecting a lot more stuff. In terms of he only had like one boot on. I was expecting like both legs to be in a boot and a cast, and like because I thought it was like both legs. And
he doesn't have to claim from insurance, to try and get a bit more money and trying to get a few more days out of work. I think he's okay.
No, that, but I was from the way they explained in the surgeries and how serious it was. I thought it was like both legs and like he wouldn't be able to walk for ages. And
what I thought there might be more of would be,
and he's had the best. He would have had the best healthcare on the planet.
Yeah,
that's true.
What I thought there would have been more of was about the criminal proceedings that might happen against him for being double the goddamn speed limit.
No, because he would just pay to.
Yeah. He would have said, "I'll give you some of my new 40 million that I'm getting out of my."
Yeah, my 8 million that I'm getting for this one picture that I'm putting out. Yeah.
The thing is, he'll only lose because no one else is involved in the crash. The only thing he could lose is his license because he hasn't involved anyone.
I'm sure he has a chauffeur.
But he will now. Yeah.
Yeah, he's fine, isn't it? Well, he's not fine, obviously, but it's good to see him back out and about.
But I feel like seeing that, I'm more likely to think that he can actually come back now. And actually,
no, don't come back, Tiger.
I think he could, but it's a matter of wanting to. I think, isn't it? Is he now by making all these endorsements and deals? Is that a sign that he is?
I just want to see him
he's going to keep
come
doing
back when he's ready.
I
don't want to see him rushing back and then injuring something else and doing all of that. He's had enough surgeries. Take your goddamn time.
Yeah, well, no, I don't think. I think he'll want to play the majors, and I think he'll want to play with Charlie when Charlie's like obviously going to be a pro as well, unless he goes off the rails at college or something.
Just don't copy down.
Go on, moving on.
But yeah, it's also obviously in this week, obviously it's announced Matsuyama is going to receive the President's Award, obviously following on from his Masters victory, but I guess deserved in terms of recognition.
Is it though? He's won a golf tournament.
Which president? Is it Japanese? Or is it the?
But which is understandable. Like, he's the first player to ever bring a major trophy back to Japan.
And plus, he'll do so much to promote golf in Japan as well. So yeah, I mean, we gave out a bloody what was an OBE to Harry Kane for getting semi-finals, and he did.
Harry Kane is, an absolute winner on the football pitch, right?
What trophy has Harry Kane won? Okay, back to football. Anyway, but
I was joking. It was called Southampton.
Anyway,
Golden Boot.
But anyway, I know. I think it's deserved. He's a nice guy. He's going to promote stuff, I'm sure.
He's a nice guy.
but also they were saying obviously it's linked into some obviously the kind of Olympics and stuff like that. It's to do with the promotion around that, obviously tied to Japan as well. So there's reasons for it, but
golf is a sport now in the Olympics, so can look forward to seeing that. Well, you get to bring it back, but yeah, look forward to seeing that again.
Yeah, there you go. But anyway, and also obviously Ricky Fowler was awarded special invite to the 21 PGA Championship, but does he deserve one?
No. I would say yes if he'd won multiple majors before and was going for a slump, but he's never won a lot.
He's a popular player.
Yeah, he's just popular because he's slightly different and wears orange.
He's not anymore. He doesn't even do that anymore. He doesn't have his amazing mullet or the mustache or the
Cameron Smith's taken the mullet a trend and just
exactly. Yeah, exactly. And then someone else will come along with the funky trousers and the neon shirts. So he has a decent putting stroke now.
He's always been a good putter, but I just think he's not playing well. Like why should he get a spot over anyone else who's not done anything?
I just think that there's probably a lot more people desperate to make it onto the tour, or a lot more people on the cusp of making it to majors who have been competing this year that can do it.
They're obviously doing it because they know he's popular and they'll get people to come and watch and get eyes on it and stuff.
But also, what I haven't seen anyone report on, half of Ricky's main endorsements and sponsorships are also some of the main sponsors for the PGA Championship.
So it'll be more of a sponsors. It'll be a sponsors exemption.
It's basically just like sponsors exemption, yeah. So, but that's the thing, money talks no matter what, and that's the thing of again going back to the whole 40 million player impact program. He would have been one of those top 10 guys on there. So they'd be amiss not to have him.
I think he's fifth in terms of social media following. So
yeah,
he's right
exactly.
There,
exactly. So it's basically like a sponsors PGA exemption.
Hypocrisy.
The magic
of the grandest order.
The magic of golf. But there you go. And also in other news, Marie Fassi obviously has had a knee surgery, so you're going to miss the US Open.
Mm-hmm.
Big news.
It's what we were talking about, women's game, having someone spearheading it. I think she was starting to, and then is injured and not going to be there. So, which is a shame. But
I guess it's just, I feel for anyone with any injury, particularly any knee surgeries. So wish her all the best.
It's not like she's had a 10-year career and then having knee surgery. She's having it right at the beginning.
But the thing is, I guess the positive is that modern medicine's come along so far that you can rehab a lot better. You can probably come back to somewhere near the level you were at. It's not the career ender that it was, 20, 30 years ago.
Yeah.
I guess that's the only positive. So hopefully she comes back and is able to become an icon.
Well, I hope so, and fingers crossed. But anyway, we'll move on because obviously last weekend as well, obviously you had the pairs tournament, which was
really enjoyable. I thought. Don't know about the rest of you.
I quite enjoy it. It mixes it up. I think they were in talks that they need to change sort of rounds they play and have every round different instead of it being 2 and 2. And doing like a worst ball round as well.
That'd be fun.
And they were talking about doing like a full scramble within your pairs, but with a 4-ball. So it's a 4-ball scramble. So you do like a 4-ball scramble and then like a worst ball scramble as well with the same like foursome and those sorts of things. So if you play really well in the scramble and get like 10 under or something, but then your worst ball you could quite conceivably be 10 over or something like that, and it'll make it a bit more entertaining and seeing them trying to escape out of the trees somewhere or which would be quite interesting, but I quite enjoyed it. It's something a bit different. And
pro level scramble as well, like seeing how low they could shoot over like a 4 over 4.
I mean, the scores are pretty ridiculous already, it was in the 20s, wasn't it? So
yeah, but imagine if you had the scramble between them, they could easily get 30s.
Yeah, absolutely. I'd put you going much further, but I think it was a week where all of our picks did fairly well. I dare say,
except for whoever.
No winners. Don't be silly. But
except for me again, because I came last out of all of my picks. But,
golf's the winner. Chab, golf's the winner. There's always a winner.
I mean, just
the mullet wins. The mullet wins. The hair is the real winner. The mullet is the winner.
We'll come back.
In fact, they're a very fun pairing. I like that pairing.
They should pump 2 million of the 40 just into mullet promotion alone. I think
they probably will. He's probably going to get out of top because of that.
I mean, think the amount of coverage that got, but obviously that's because there wasn't really much. None of the big boys were playing. There wasn't too much else to promote, so obviously it led the way, and obviously they did well. So obviously Chab went for Big John and Palmer, who were finished 7th. Tom went for Cantley and Zander, who finished 11th. I went for the English boys, Hatton and Willett, who finished 8th. So a couple of points for me and Chab. So league-wise, that puts Chab on 38, me on 33, and Tom on 16.
So Seb's enjoying the double from the Masters, aren't you?
Yay, I'm so close.
So what I will say is I enjoyed
actually my gambling service. Just don't pick whoever I pick.
Yeah, who not to bet on. Yeah. Yeah, you do well on an each way market, but but obviously we've got a lot of the main guys are back. Obviously this weekend at is it Valspar? Is that how they're pronouncing it these days?
Yep.
Valspar Open.
Yeah, you don't usually get it right first time.
Well, I got it right because I played it on 2K21 last week.
Oh. Getting your research in.
Absolutely. I didn't even make the cut, but there you go. That's something for another
How
day.
can you not make the cut in a video game?
It's on a video game.
I put the settings quite hard. I like to challenge myself.
Oh, okay.
Right.
I can't. I'm really bad at the game. But anyway, it's a hard game. It's deceiving. So, but in fact, they do a really, really good concept on the game, which if anyone's interested in a golfing game, where they will do, it's called quickest to the pin. So you play online, 20 people tee off simultaneously, and it's the last person to get the ball in the hole is eliminated each hole, and it goes through. So you can try and line it up, get really good, but if someone just free shots it to get there quicker, they will go through. Great concept.
Sounds like comment and like down below if you want to see that.
Do you reckon we'd be allowed to do that on an actual golf course?
Yeah, people do fastest to the hole, but they all do it individually. What's the harm of 3 people doing it? I mean, it'd just be hard to
3 golf balls flying in random directions.
Well, no, towards the hole is the aim.
It's not going to go anywhere near the hole.
So you need a clear hole. All right. We'll think about the logistics of that, and we'll see if we can do that.
You need a clear hole. We probably all need to wear helmets and goggles or something. We'll think
about the logistics.
Yeah, and we'd probably we need to all get a bit fit, because the thing is, if Tom drives, let's say Tom drives it 50 yards further, but he's then got to run 50 yards further, so his next shot is going to be more tired.
Can I also
golf balls potentially hitting me as well?
Don't drive too far then.
Be reasonable.
Yeah, tactics in it. But anyway, predictions. So I think Chab went first last time, so I think we're over to.
Did I?
I don't know.
I went first last time, I believe.
I went last, so Chab, you're first.
You're trying to take my picks. Disclaimer: the tournament has already started by the time we are recording this.
We haven't looked at the scores, have we, Chab?
We haven't. No. Thomas kindly provided us all the big list of players that are playing today. I am going to go with the betting favourite on a few things that I've researched with Abraham Ansah.
Interesting. Is he really the betting favourite?
He's not the outright favourite, but he's essentially a long shot favourite, which I like. So, yeah.
Okay.
Abraham, the Mexican.
In all fairness, I haven't looked at the scores, so I've got no idea. How far through are they?
The first lot finished, and the second one's like halfway around.
Featured groups. Let's go with a big name. Go on.
Max Homer.
Oh, not.
I've not looked at the scores. Max Homer's 5 under. Yeah, whatever.
I haven't looked at the scores because if I looked at the scores, it would have minimised my screen that I'm watching the Man U game on. So I'm not looking.
I'm torn between JT and Paul Casey because Paul Casey's won it the last 2 years in a
row. Ooh. He's not won for a while. Do you want?
I'm going to say JT.
Boring.
Yes, I am boring, but I need a boring pick to get me some points. Yeah.
What's JT currently on?
I don't think he's teed off yet, has he?
He has. He's
oh.
currently 3 under.
Respectable. So Max Homer's leading and JT's still not far behind. Well done, boys.
And who did you go for, Siab?
Abraham Ansah.
Mr. Ansah. Okay, we like that. Cool.
I think it was my first pick for 20th.
There you go.
First ever pick for 20th.
Well, there you go. We will tune in next week to see how they all get on. But thanks, guys, for listening. Make sure to check out some of our other videos. Obviously, we've got the scrambles and match plays going up. We've got the 3 of us doing a couple of ones that were coming out over the next week as well. So make sure to watch that. And hopefully some videos without snow will come up soon and we can actually enjoy some golf. So we'll do that. But make sure to like, subscribe, tell your friends, tell your mum. And yeah, we'll see you next week.